That's the sort of awakening that happened to me a couple of years ago with my sister, and then again, recently, with my parents. The only reason I had even been holding on to these relationships for such a long time in the first place, in spite of the pain they have already caused me so far, was because they were all that I had as a family. I mean, sure, I had my relatives, but it's just not the same. However, now, I really do think that my relatives are probably more my family than these people ever were. Update 1. Hey, so I started ignoring my parents after reading the comments here because I realized that telling the truth to the rest of my family was not as bad as they were making it out to be. I just shared my side of things, I don't have to feel sorry about it. So when they started texting me nonstop, I decided to reply and say the same thing to them. And then they started arguing with me, telling me that I had done all of this on purpose, that I wanted to ruin their image for the rest of the family just because I had always been jealous of my sister. We were speaking to each other on a phone call, and before I picked up, I had already decided in my head at this time, I was just going to let it all out because I really needed to vent. And as soon as they accused me of being jealous of my sister, I just agreed. I told them that I indeed was jealous of her, but not because of the reason they thought. I was not jealous of her because she was more accomplished than me, or because she was more conventionally attractive. I had always been jealous of her because instead of being impartial, the two of them had always preferred her over me. I could understand the rest of the world choosing her over me because of the reasons I mentioned, but even my own parents? That actually hurt, and I was sick of pretending that I didn't care because things like this get to people. And even the expectation that this shouldn't matter to me, that I should just shake it off and pretend that I'm constantly fine, that's also quite unreasonable. But I did that, just because I always expected that at some point, my parents would start appreciating me for who I am, but that never happened. And even when I was not trying, I was still subconsciously trying to get them to appreciate me somehow. That's why I had kept my mouth shut about their terrible treatment of me for so many years, but now, when I was finally speaking up, they had an issue with it just because it was making them look back. Well, tough, because if they really think the truth is making them look bad, then maybe they are the problem in the situation and not me.